Subscribe GA. Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Willow Tate learns the value of being gracious. Revelations about backstabbers, gangsters, and medical issues. General Hospital for the upcoming week. Hint that as Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, and Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, Swap Notes, Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper will take up for a buddy. Drew will also make an offer, so he might be willing to give himself up in this SEC nightmare for Carly. Before Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, grills her, she will battle anxiousness with Gladys Corbin, Bonnie Burrows. If Gladys isn't careful, her hidden debt and her nightmare involving Selena Wu, Lydia Look, could be made public. In addition, Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, will be anxious about the risk of her secret being revealed, especially if a circumstance arises that requires her to act quickly. The fact that the Quartermaine family will be in shock could indicate that Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, was the first SEC whistleblower. Perhaps Nina's suggestion was just a backup for the initial one that Tracy had long ago started. Nina might then start a confession that ends in a falsehood. Maybe Nina will start telling the truth, but if Tracy loses, there's no point in doing so. In the end, Nina might wind up defending herself. After celebrating his birthday, Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, will then strive to establish a stronger bond with Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali. Trina might have a birthday present for Curtis, but Nicholas Chavez's Spencer Cassadine will deliver a present to someone else. The turtle doves that Victor Cassadine, Charles Shaughnessy, had rescued for Spencer may now be given to Trina. Ava Jerome Maura West, who would seize the moment, might find an opening to inform Mason Gatlin, Nathaniel Gray, about Sonny and Pikeman. As for Austin Gatlin Holt, Roger Howarth, he will warn Laura Collins, Ginny Francis, and attempt to persuade her not to travel to Chechnya, but Laura's decision appears to have already been set. We'll see if Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, who is now engaged in a legal struggle, would ask Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, for help, according to other General Hospital rumors. Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, who will visit Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, at the hospital, might encourage her to open up to Nina. Sasha might agree with Nurse Clara, Susan Vial, that no one is really good or evil, despite the fact that she would never want to put pressure on Willow. Since she has committed serious errors and been pardoned for them, Sasha is the person who understands this more than anyone. Sasha will want to make sure that anything can be done to assist Willow and Nina in improving their connection. Jordan will receive an intriguing offer as Portia Robinson. Brooke Kerr receives guidance from Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst. Jordan will have a chance, and that chance might require spending more time with Zeke Robinson, Gavin Houston. Jordan will also have an unexpected visitor, so that might relate to Zeke's complicated family dynamics. Jordan, although not being aware of the connection when they hooked up, will have to cope with the drama of Zeke being Portia's brother. TJ Ashford, Taj Bello, will have an in-depth talk with Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, across town. And it's possible that he'll express his worries regarding Molly Lansing Davis, temporarily portrayed by Holiday Mia Kriegel. Although Molly and TJ reconciled following their latest argument, General Hospital spoilers indicate that they will still have further problems to resolve as they adjust to the infertility news. Willow Tate learns the value of being gracious. In this episode, Willow grew close to a nurse who made an effort to help her see things in perspective. As a doctor, Portia carried out her duties and gained some insight into Esma's situation. Jordan met a new acquaintance at the Metro Court pool as Curtis and Drew talked and bonded for a bit. When Brooke Lynn was finally given the command to do something, Lucy and Maxie were celebrating Deception's triumph. Let's now delve a little more deeply into the specifics. Harmony is pardoned by Willow Tate, but Nina is not. Caitlin McMullen's character, Willow, remained in seclusion, spending most of her time conversing with a nurse named Clara Susan Diol. Clara inquired if her mother should come in to distract Willow when she acknowledged how much agony she was in and said that she had been there almost constantly since the transplant was finished. When Willow learned this, she expressed her shock and described what had occurred to the woman she believed to be her mother. She nevertheless supported Harmony, Ingda claiming that Harmony was naive and had fallen for the wrong types of people, but she fell short of being the mother Willow expected. Clara discussed mothers and how they are merely people. Moms just manage to do what they can, even on their finest days. What happens if they have a bad day? Moms must be willing to accept their imperfections. Even Clara stood up for Harmony, a person who may have tried her hardest but fell short. She at least noted that Willow's mother was present, but Willow responded that it was actually her mother-in-law. Willow Tate still rails at the General Hospital Mana. Willow continued by explaining that although her biological mother was still alive, she didn't want to interact with her. Clara found it extremely difficult to accept Willow's mother to be the editor of Crimson. The mother who had her raped had her faults, but the lady Willow had been abducted from and who had been cruel to her when teenage Charlotte was in 3rd grade was a train wreck, Willow said to her nurse. Clara questioned how Nina, Cynthia Watrous, could be so unforgivable after pointing out that Willow had forgiven Harmony. Finally, Clara played devil's advocate and questioned Willow about her reaction to learning that Nina had unexpectedly perished in a vehicle accident. Willow stated that she might sense a loss, displaying a little tiny piece of humanity. She still had a difficult relationship with Nina. Before she left, Clara assured Willow that since Nina's aunt's bone marrow had rescued her, the world had to want Nina in her life. Drama involving G.H. Curtis, Jordan, and Portia. While visiting Curtis, Donald Turner, for some bro time, Drew Cameron Matheson expressed his happiness that Curtis had been identified as Trina's Tabiana Ali father and had returned to living with Portia. He was a little taken aback though, because the last time they spoke, Curtis was still split between Portia and Jordan, Tanisha Harper. Jordan was upset at Curtis' decision, and she accused him of exploiting her to work through his emotions, which Curtis detailed to him. Drew was realistic and said that sometimes it is necessary to do harm to the people you love. The government might want Carly, Laura Wright, in order to save herself, to turn on Sonny, Morris Bernard, but Drew knew she wouldn't. Drew apparently didn't think he was that important to Carly because he somehow thought she would flip on him to keep him out of jail. That surprised Curtis, who questioned why the government was pursuing them for an insider trading scandal in which no one profited. Updates that are concerning, questions that are confrontational, and dubious efforts. General Hospital and updates for Wednesday, June 7 hint at worrying developments, contentious issues, and dubious activities. Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, inquires about dubious efforts. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, asks confrontational inquiries. And Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, receives worrying updates. Hospital in general, oh, that was quick. He has been dodging Drew Keynes, Cameron Matheson, calls and messages at the Metro Court in Zeke Robinson's, Gavin Houston, suite. He has been busy with Tanisha Harper's Jordan Ashford, with whom he had a pretty steamy bedtime encounter despite hardly knowing each other. When Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, and Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, got married, which Jordan didn't attend, they might have run into each other. Jordan is unaware that she is hot and heavy with Portia's brother, and he is unaware that she is his sister's former romantic rival. Zeke turns to face Jordan and exclaims, "That was," to which she adds, "unexpected." Creating a path. Ned and Olivia Quartermain, Wally Kurth, Lisa Locicero, are conversing about the strategy down in the Metro Court restaurant. When Olivia informs Ned that she knows exactly how they're going to handle the situation, she is probably referring to his defense against claims that he is the SEC whistleblower. Ned has been trying to find out who actually alerted Drew and Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, to the insider trading by using his contacts in the federal government. While he had previously threatened to blow the whistle, Ned has been busy attempting to disavow claims that he did so. Spoilers for General Hospital. Are you there? Hello? While on the phone, Drew is still attempting to get up with Zeke, who is ostensibly his lawyer, and is currently in a hallway at General Hospital. He tells him that it's highly crucial and inquires as to whether there's any way they may meet that evening. Drew had pondered accepting a bargain, but doing so would require them to testify against one another. Even if it's a last choice, he'll want to learn about all of his options. Zeke will likely resist Drew's repeated phone calls to get him out of bed, but they should eventually meet. Updates on Martin Gray. Michael E. Knight's Martin Gray provides an update to a terrified Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, whom he will attempt to reassure. Although the whistleblower report was anonymous, it appears that the SEC and the feds have the right to request the identity of the author. The pressure Ned is applying to them, and perhaps Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, is the reason why. Martin informs Nina that the government is putting pressure on him to reveal her identity. General Hospital dangerous new developments. Willow is still in the hospital bed at GH, waiting in an isolation area to see if her bone marrow transplant was successful. The patient is placed in seclusion while the doctors check to determine if her body has rejected the bone marrow and whether it is producing new, healthy blood cells. Willow asks someone what they aren't telling her, while clearly concerned and terrified. TJ Ashford, Taj Bello, will examine a patient later in the week, and it's probable that patient will be Willow. It's possible that she is asking about another family matter or the takedown of Sonny Corinto's Maurice Bernard, but it appears that she is asking about her recuperation. GH hard-hitting questions. Back at Carly's house, Jocelyn is confronting her mother in the kitchen as her little sister pushes her aside. Carly is put to the test by Jocelyn to muster the fortitude to do what Michael Corinto's Chad Duell was unable to do: turn on Sonny in order to rescue herself by turning in the video evidence. Jocelyn, however, is not as aware of the issues involved as Carly is, as she already told Michael. If Sonny is behind bars, his territory is up for grabs, and everyone connected to him, including them, could find themselves the target of a hit. Uncertain efforts at General Hospital. Dex is with Sonny elsewhere in the meanwhile because he believes Sonny is engaging in some dubious activities. He may be alluding to his conversation with Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, when he questions Sonny about why he is even spending his time. Valentin is the one who is aware of them and forewarned Sonny, despite the fact that the Pikeman deal appears to be finalized. Who truly runs Pikeman and who fired the gun at Sonny at the warehouse are the two unsolved questions, nevertheless. That sleeping puppy won't be left alone, thanks to Sonny. Demise asterisk was asterisk bad. What Willow will experience at General Hospital could be far worse. We couldn't be the only people that watched the General Hospital episode from June 6 with their jaws hanging open, can we? We understand, for example, that Willow dislikes Nina and that Nina frequently behaves in a way that makes her extremely difficult to appreciate. However, all we could think of as Willow talked about her adoptive mother Harmony is the patient's brain being starved of oxygen. Nina's worst opponent is herself. We are aware of that. And when Harmony passed away, she and Willow had reconciled. But Harmony delivered her daughter up on a silver platter to the leader of the freaking cult when she got her wrapped up in it. How on earth can Willow put that in the category of bygones while holding things against Nina that she did before even realizing their connection? Evidently, General Hospital is planning for a situation in which Willow eventually warms up to Nina so that their difficult one friendship will be upended once more by the news that Mom told the SEC about her mother-in-law Carly. But first, before we move from A to B up, we will undoubtedly see more of Willow condemning Nina and preparing a halo for Harmony. What can viewers handle? As it stands, a sizable chunk of the audience was groaning for Willow to already pass away since they were so tired of the leukemia storyline. Furthermore, by continuing to portray Harmony as flawed and Nina as a mess, more fans are sure to regret the day Liesl donated her bone marrow. Will there still be people there to applaud when Willow and Nina eventually get as close as Carly and Jocelyn? Maybe at that point Nell will return to the show, if only to offer viewers someone to despise more than her sister. Please share your thoughts on the direction of this tale in the comments section and move forward.